Hello and welcome to the Winchester Water Meadows Walk. Today's event is part of Keats-Shelley200, a series of activities and events hosted by the Keats-Shelley Memorial Association to commemorate the bicentenaries of the death of Keats and Shelley.
I'm Richard Foster. I look after the collections of Winchester College. One of the things we have out on display is a first edition of Keats' 1820 poems, and that includes the first printing of To Autumn, which was written when Keats was in Winchester and was inspired in part by his daily walk across the college water meadows. We've also got lots of watercolours and prints that show Winchester at the time of Keats' visit in the early 19th century, so it's possible for visitors to get an idea of what the city and the countryside around it looked like in 1819 when Keats was here.
Today we're going to take a group of walkers and poetry enthusiasts on a walk through Winchester water meadows, visiting some of the sites where Keats walked regularly when he was composing his verse.
We will start at Winchester and then walk to St Cross, and on the way we will be reading poetry of John Keats and also my own poetry and Stephanie Norgate's poetry, and we will be looking at the landscape, the water meadows which John Keats experienced during his time in Winchester and which inspired his great poem, the Odes to Autumn.
Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run, to bend with apples the mossed cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core, to swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells with a sweet kernel, to set budding more and still more later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has o'erbrimmed their clammy cells. Who hath not seen thee oft amid thy store? Sometimes whoever seeks abroad may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor, thy hair soft lifted by the winnowing wind, or on a half-reaped furrow, sound asleep, drowsed with the fume of poppies, while thy hook spares the next swathe and all its twined flowers. And sometimes, like a gleaner, thou dost keep steady thy laden head across a brook, or by a cider press with patient look, thou watchest the last oozings hour by hour. Where are the songs of spring? Aye, where are they? Think not of them, thou hast thy music too, while barred clouds bloom the soft dying day, and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue. Then in a wailful choir the small gnats mourn among the river sallows, borne aloft or sinking as the light wind lives or dies. And full-grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourne, hedge crickets sing, and now with treble soft the redbreast whistles from a garden croft, and gathering swallows twitter in the skies.
To find out more about Keats-Shelley200, please visit the website www.keats-shelley.org.